Okay, I've been asked to do a reading on Mahendrnath Gupta, who wrote the, something about Rama Krishna. Now, I know nothing about Mahendrnath Gupta, neither have I read the writings that he did about Rama Krishna. Okay, so I am doing a totally blind reading on this, but let's see what we have. Let me get the cards over a little bit so I can pull them. In the center of it, we have kind of the blowing up, the tearing down of things. This can be also many times the card of dismantling of ego, okay? But it's a great shakeup, okay? It can be a great shakeup. And when it came to the exchanges that he had with Ramakrishna, which could be healing in nature, and this was a burden that he carried, this energy that he was taking around. Now, what's interesting is above it we have the overriding thing is the hermit, which is that of inner exploration, doing your journey, looking at the deeper things. And this is about his perceptions. When he was writing, I think he was writing from some of his perceptions, and it could have been that beginning the journey or in the midst of the journey, he could have had some resistance to some things at first that were being said. Maybe he was kind of juggling some of it. Or it could just be the looking at the resistance of humanity, the perceptions and resistance of humanity, as he is getting this guidance and instruction from Ramakrishna. Now, like I said, I have not read this text. I have no idea what is in it. Now, I do know Ramakrishna, he was the great devotee of Kali, okay, Ramakrishna. So that I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with his, and he had the opportunity for realization, and he went back into the world, He went back and wanted to go back into ego because he said, I want to taste the sugar. I don't want to be the sugar, okay? He enjoyed the relationship he had with Kali, okay? So that I do know. And I think that was the most interesting here was he wanted to bypass full realization because he enjoyed that play in duality, which would have ended with full realization, okay? So he opted for remaining in the duality, although he had tasted realization, but he opted to remain in duality because he wanted that relationship. So this is about going into it. The poverty, he was, of course, not a wealthy person. He was a sadhu, basically. And he had this camaraderie with this Mahendra Gupta, okay? Now, this was about the new information that he had got. These were like, I guess Mahendrnath Gupta, part of it was like the love letters. And like I said, this is about, although I haven't read it, probably about Rama Krishna's love of Kali and that resulting relationship and that spiritual path going forward. So again, the next thing was, these were the things he was holding on to when it came to the path, end of the path, clarification, and about these emotional things that were going forward. Okay, so this influenced his world with what Ramakrishna was telling him. The challenge was this rapid, and there was apparently some opportunity there that he had struggled with that came about. So Mahendrnath Gupta struggled with this opportunity that had been presented to him, but he was persuaded with the all the messages he had gotten, communications that he had gotten, that these were a great fortune. And with this, we have usually, this is the one of the lies of the con. So I think the great fortune is uncovering this, uncovering the things in the world that were not beneficial. So uncovering more of truth. And again, from this life of the hermit, looking deeper, and maybe some of the resistances that he felt in the beginning and his perceptions, maybe how they changed along the way as he remained with Ramakrishna and had grown and had been at the center of it, having that blow up of ego. And, that's what happens in realization. You have that dismantling of ego, you have that dismantling of these ideations, this dismantling of of your belief systems. The things you went in holding to, they get dismantled along the way, which can be these things get challenged as one goes through the path, and that can be difficult. So this is about, again, I think he felt challenges along the way, and then was challenged about the messages, which he decided to finally put out because they are an aid to the fortune is to look at the cons, the lies, the drama, and to break through that. So that's what I'm getting on Mahendrnath Gupta. And I had another question being asked, which I'm not going to put that out. I'll just put out the yes or no. Hold on, let me get they were asking me to do a pendulum on this, which I will pull out. Okay. So, let's see. Which way is yes? Okay. Which way is no? Okay, so now I'm going to ask the question that you had asked me to ask. It's saying no. Okay. I've got another thing. Could Mahendra Gupta be a guide, higher guide, though? Yes. Yes. So I'm getting no for the first part of your question, but I am getting this Mahendra Gupta is a guide. Okay, a guide for this person. And so he is very close connection with that. So thank you for your questions.